when I came here just to view the place yesterday, I was trying to buy a McLaren, and then but it was a bit cold, so I didn't buy one.
But you're gonna buy one today.
So I came back. I came back today. The site is quite nice. Inside is quite nice, and it's also nice and warm in here. It's not like outside. Trust me. Yesterday when I came to buy the McLaren, it wasn't this warm. It was really cold.
It was really cold.
That's why I turned back and I didn't buy it. But next time when we come,
your account frozen.
The account froze also.
Froze as well.
Yes, exactly. The account got frozen and I couldn't buy the McLaren.
So you would feel like, why can't I just walk into that building and get a car and drive out of here instead of going to my 9 to 5?
It's extremely beautiful here, guys. I think more than anything, it just motivates you to just work harder and to just not give up and have that faith, man. If you want something, you can attain. It's not easy, but it can be done.
The Bogart Morning Show one more time, man. My name is Ronnie J. Dre's Extraordinary DJ. Exciting times that we're in, man. And, yesterday and here, today it's actually warm than I thought. I thought it was going to be colder today than yesterday. Yeah, when I came here just to view the place yesterday, I was trying to buy a McLaren, and then but it was a bit cold, so I didn't buy one.
But you're gonna buy one today.
So I came back. I came back today.
Yeah.
Tire or McLaren car?
No, not just the tire.
The car.
Oh, okay.
No. But I came back and I'm like, you know what? Let me do an outside broadcast here.
Yeah.
So that I can walk on with my McLaren. But the cold front yesterday was real, eh?
No, it was.
Yeah, it was real.
I didn't want to step out yesterday, but I had to.
And a lot of people missed work, and they missed work on Monday. They missed work again yesterday.
Like calling in sick.
All sorts of excuses. And everything else.
I feel sorry for the little ones. Like, I would be so heartbroken to send the little ones to school. Like, honestly, like, if my baby was to say, "Mommy, it's cold," I'd be like, just sleep, man.
Because I saw one little one going to school today. They were taking him to school. I'm like, young man, what are you doing out here in the cold like this? Young man. And the young man was excited, eh?
Just tell him you won't miss anything. The same homework, you'll get it tomorrow again.
You won't miss anything. The same homework, you get it tomorrow, man. And the young man was excited. I'm like, why are you excited? Go back to sleep, it's quite cold here. But it was crazy, man. And I hear this the cold front in the Eastern Cape there is kind of rough that side. What's happening there?
It's the Eastern Cape, it's KZN, it's Free State. They're having a lot of snow and rain. I find rain so weird in winter.
Yeah,
like, I just don't get it. It
actually rained last weekend, Joburg, if I'm not mistaken. Just before the cold front had started.
Yes, it did.
Like you mentioned KZN and Eastern Cape. I know in Eastern Cape it's really taking them by the scruff of the neck. The cold weather. I think there's 9 lives that have been confirmed lost so far because of the flooding and everything else that's taking place in Mthatha as well. So really a call for safety precautions for all those that are in those areas. So just be a little bit more careful while going out, or just watch the news and understand what our climate is coming ahead, just so you better prepared.
We need to take climate seriously, and that's why I'm kind of making that joke that if my little one said, "Mommy, I don't want to go to school, it's cold or it's raining," I'll probably give in, because here the flooding swept away a bus of school children with several missing and 7 confirmed dead. And the emergency teams remain active in the affected zones. So now imagine that, you know, as a parent, man. This is heartbreaking.
So they haven't found them,
I'm shattered. Yeah.
So there was a storm that side. It was raining.
It was raining. I rememher last week when I said I was on the N3 as well, and there was a bit of rain, and then it stopped. Yes. But that side is flooding now. Houses.
I actually thought the rain was going to come this side to Johannesburg. Really? Is it still coming? Because I see the sun is up in Johannesburg. What?
20 minutes. It rained for about 20 minutes and then it stopped. You probably missed the rain.
No, I just saw it was wet outside by the time I got out, because I wasn't trying to do that.
It rained for about 20 minutes and then it stopped. And then my assumption was after the rain, the snowflakes would fall up. But there was no snow. So we're definitely still expecting snow out in Joburg. That means we're possibly in for another week of a cold front. People were saying that the weather will open up today or this week, but I don't think so. I think we're due for some snow at some point, possibly over the course of the weekend. But we'll, of course, keep you posted with further weather confirmation.
Yeah, man. May God be with. I hope they find those children.
I really hope so as well.
I really do.
I honestly do, and I hope everyone listening from the Eastern Cape, KZN, Free State, wherever, please remain safe, because there's really fatal road accidents as well on the N2 highway, and there's power outages as well. So imagine
in the winter with no power.
Exactly, and it's bad. And imagine those who are also experiencing a bit of water shedding as well, and now it's just no water, no power. you can't really go anywhere.
Possibly the worst combination ever. Like the worst combo to go through during winter.
Horrible. Yeah.
You know, speaking about winter and KZN, you touched on, I think this past weekend was a Comrades Marathon.
Yes.
And I don't know how those guys made it through this cold weather. Peter Maritzburg to Durban. I don't know how they're able to run over 80 kilometers in this weather. But you said there's a 83-year-old man that participated.
There's an 83-year-old man that participated, and I'm going next year.
What time, Rob? I'm can't
motivated.
I don't know. Yeah, man. It's too much.
I am so motivated. I'm going next year. I'm signing you guys up.
You have no excuse.
As well.
No excuse.
All going as the Bogart team. It's going to be so amazing.
Yeah, I don't know about the Bogart team.
Did you not have like a 5-hour head start?
I think he did. They said 5
hour head
hours,
start.
28 minutes.
No, but did they really?
I doubt. I would have loved for him to get that 5-hour head start. But I don't think he got
crazy.
Any special treatment.
But whatever it is, man, it's going to be an exciting. Speaking about speed and everything, we are out here at McLaren Daytona in Melrose Arc. And the cars here are phenomenal, I got to say, man. And the site is quite nice. Inside is quite nice, and it's also nice and warm in here. It's not like outside. Trust me, yesterday when I came to buy the McLaren, it wasn't this warm. You know, it was really cold.
It was really cold.
Yeah, you know, that's why I turned back and I didn't buy it. But next time when we come,
your account froze.
Yeah, no, the account froze.
The account froze as well.
Yes, exactly. The account got frozen, and I couldn't buy the McLaren. But we got coming up. There's some gentlemen that want to speak about the McLaren. Of course, we got our very own Ishmael, the CEO of Womza. He's going to up next, and he's going to be chatting to one of the McLaren guys and what's going on here and everything else. And hopefully everybody's listening here at McLaren. I told them they should download the app and win, and they should put the keyword. If they haven't put that keyword in there, they're not winning. And I hope they're listening right now.
You feel like, why can't I just walk into that building and get a car and drive out of here instead of going to my 9 to 5?
I would literally feel like that every day, I'm not going to lie. Because imagine selling something so extravagant and so beautiful. It would be nice to afford one, you know.
Very nice to afford.
But I guess that's what happens. It's like being an accountant. You see all these figures, and sometimes they're not yours. Yeah, it's life.
All you can do is just admire
the 20 million that you're trying to balance and work out.
Let me send a couple of zeros back into my account.
You know what? Yeah. No, it's extremely beautiful here, guys. I think more than anything, it just motivates you to just work harder and to just not give up and have that faith, man. You know, if you want something, you can attain. It's not easy, but it can be done.
Yeah, 100%, and that's what we thrive for as a brand. Of course, aspiration is the one word we stand out for, and being out in here really inspires us to aspire for greater things.
Honestly,
and being in this position, hopefully you watching and listening from home as well, get a glimpse, a little bit of some inspiration from us being in here. Obviously, we're not going to drive out with the McLaren, not today, not just yet, but one day, possibly tomorrow, probably next year, next month. But definitely look out for either myself, Cikle, or Ronnie are rolling out in the McLaren. You'll definitely be part of us, you know. Or we forgot Feroza. I'll check you.
Feroza as well, guys.
This is, of course, the morning show. We are broadcasting live from Daytona out in Melrose. We're just about to wrap the show up. We're going to take a quick song break. When we come back, we're going to touch up on some of the other key trending topics before we wrap it up, and we call it a day out here in Daytona, Melrose. If you are tuned in, this is the morning show. A very good morning to you, and thank you for listening.
So all over social media, there's been speculations, and people have been saying that Connie Ferguson is evil for not attending a funeral.
How?
I don't understand, but yeah, social media users have sparked baseless speculation over why the actress and businesswoman Connie Ferguson was absent, and she's being labeled as evil for not being there. And I don't get it. I don't get it. I personally feel like funerals can be very triggering. And I mean, it's the right thing to do, of course, is to try your best to show your support and to be there. But you can support in other ways, you know.
Sorry to interject. When you speak about triggering, of course, we're referring to Shauna Ferguson's passing. Him being the stalwart and the mega producer that he was, and his death is still quite fairly fresh in the family. Yeah. So I think one would almost understand why she didn't go. Of course, the presumption from our end is that she didn't want to be triggered by that, regardless of irregardless of the role that she played in every actor's life, and of course every actor that passes on, or every person that passes on in the South African industry, we would expect the likes of Connie Ferguson to attend, because
especially Presley,
especially Presley, considering the role that she played in his life. But like you said, it's possibly a triggering situation. But also over and above that, I think they had the Kings of Joburg premiere, and one would think she was probably, her attention or her energy was more drawn towards that. Not to say that not to say she didn't want to put attention on something negative, something else, but that's possibly where most of her attention has shifted towards.
I feel like, let's be honest, guys, I think not everyone has attended every funeral they've been invited to. I myself am guilty of that, and I feel that, like I said, it can be triggering. Sometimes it can find you in a space where you are prioritizing other things, and it can come across as maybe inhumane and not showing a sense of kindness. But like I said, you will find that someone can support in other ways, maybe financially. You send the family something to be like, I won't be there, but here is something to help you guys with the preparations. I know I've done that before, so I don't know, and I don't think it's extremely baseless to completely say that someone is evil for not being able to attend the funeral. I don't know what you think.
I agree with that. And you'll find most of the time it'll probably be media sensationalism, where we only seen the part where we actually see. But like you've mentioned, there might have been a monetary contribution that Connie and the family did. It might have been a culinary contribution or feeding the family there. But of course, that part won't be shared because obviously charity. So certain parts of charity is never really shared, especially if there's money being handed over. But I'm 100% sure that Connie definitely didn't attend. She had reasons for not attending, but also she possibly might have contributed to a great memorial service.
Something, right? And I also feel like that should not necessarily always be shown. I don't think you want to always put it out there that, hey, I didn't go to the funeral, but this is what I did and this is what I did. Like, a sense of oversharing is not necessary sometimes, and I guess it's also okay to just let people speculate, and it will go away.
And also this thing of making funerals a popular place to be, it's not a cool thing. We can't not just say Connie must attend because she's a celebrity and she needs to be seen at the funeral just so the cameras can capture her. It's that's not what funerals are. Funerals are a family gathering or a memorial service to the person that had lived a great life.
Agree.
So it's not a moment of going there capturing content or being there in your black mesh outfit so we can see how trendy you are at someone's funeral. I do think that's the direction a lot of funerals have taken out. People literally take content at funerals. I've seen people dancing and twerking at funerals. I'm like, guys, if this person had to turn upside down in his grave, you would not be celebrating like this. Rather celebrate his life, or celebrate the life that he lived, as opposed to celebrating the life that you are living without that person.
I completely agree. I feel like it's important to genuinely want to be there. Imagine now going to a funeral simply because you feel like people are going to come for you or drag you on social media, so you need to be there just to get the snaps and go. Imagine you need to be there because you want to be there. All right, so still RIP to Presley, guys. It's still something.
It still definitely hurts. Something that's hurts in the country. Of course, it was amongst one of the first Grammy winners in South Africa. So definitely a legend that we've laid to rest. And our deepest condolences to the families that are still mourning his death, and more specifically to the industry. I know he was very much loved in the music, in the entertainment and acting industry as a whole. So very much a big loss, and somebody that would have contributed. And right now, in fact, he's still contributing to the industry after his passing. So definitely a legend. We need to take our hats off to and send him off quite well. And let's stop this whole media sensationalism of who is not and who is present.
Honestly,
because when you're alive, all we care about is who's currently available and present for you at the moment of need. So I
think it's okay to show grace, because you never really know where someone is emotionally or mentally. I think extend that grace, and honestly, we can't speak on and completely say that someone is vile for not attending a funeral.
No, let's leave that. Let's leave that narrative behind us. Speaking about leaving, we're about to say our final goodbyes. It's been an interesting show out here in Daytona in our Melrose. We of course had some insight from our very own president of WOMSA, Mr. Ismail Peck, giving us an insight to what took place this past weekend at the Formula K out in Benoni. It was an interesting event. It was an eventful day altogether. Myself, Ronnie, were there in attendance. Very, very interesting to see all the fast cars here. Of course, also got into conversation with the marketing manager out here in Daytona in our Melrose Melrose, and he of course shared some insight as to what the future of McLaren looks like on the Formula One course, on the normal tar roads of Joburg and South Africa altogether, and more specifically in what the moves are going on continental and international level. Very, very interesting partnerships that we are striking as our Bogart Radio, so stay tuned, a lot more coming. Speaking about partnerships, we've also put up the competition for the McLaren team out in Daytona. So if they head over to our Bogart Radio app, the competition tab will be on there for them, with the keyword specifically initiating them to enter the competition to perhaps come out a winner for our Bogart Man mystery hamper that's we're currently going on for the Daytona team. This is not the last time we'll be broadcasting from here. It's been mentioned by the marketing director. It's something that we've also stipulated. Maybe next time when we broadcast, we'll be broadcasting live from a moving McLaren car. Give you some proper content as well in that regard. But definitely a partnership with making a huge song about making a loud song about. We look forward to future endeavors with this partner. Broadcasting from here has also been interesting. Very warm welcome, very warm environment altogether.
Such a warm environment.
Very warm environment.
I mean, you would expect a place like this to not necessarily have, that warmth.
Yeah. It feels like you walk first, you're going home and you're like,
you're okay. This is a bit intimidating. Yeah, with these cars that are like 5 million plus, maybe. But I swear the reception has been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, they received us as if we were McLaren owners ourselves, and that goes to show how wide open the doors are and how much of a home this is. Definitely a home that we'll create a permanent stable for ourselves. Look forward to future endeavors and future activations here at Daytona. Sikle, it's been a great pleasure hosting with you. Of course, our Ronnie, like mentioned, is somewhere in the background enjoying cars. I think he's trying to trade some of his tires. Might just get a McLaren spare tire before we leave our chat, but we'll see how that unfolds for Ronnie and the rest of our team. I'll give a big shout out to Feroza out in the back end, ensuring that we look as pretty as we do on the camera. Hi guys. And of course, Sikle, always a great pleasure hosting with you.
Likewise.
We're back again on Friday, yeah?
Yeah, we're back on Friday, guys. Do tune in. It's the morning show with Bogart Radio. Listen, guys, have a good one. And don't forget to download the Bogart Radio app.